Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Mary Jane's in the building. We're going all the way to the top and bring others with us. Yes, sir. Let's talk. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop. Miami season 2 episode 9. It goes down. What in the hell is going on when Trick Daddy said we're going to be cooking for people that eat out the dumpster, out the garbage can? So basically he's saying whatever food I serve to Chaotic and his people, they eat out the garbage can, so they ain't gonna even know when Chaotic eat out the garbage can. Like, yo. And then we find out Trick Daddy got a crush on Amara and he wants to be with her. Do you think Amara will get with Trick Daddy? If she gonna get with Trick Daddy, she might as well get with Gunplay. You know what I mean? So, ooh. So I don't know what's going on with that situation, but shit. And then we get Bobby talking to Prince and basically saying to Prince, like I'm sorry for everything I did. I want, I apologize, but Liz is a manipulator and she always manipulates you. She controls your mind, and that's why I don't even want you with her, because she's no good. She's a mastermind and all this other stuff. But Bobby, the story was that you was going around, telling Liz that Prince was cheating on her, and you was basically sending pictures and texts to her, letting her know that, Prince is out here cheating. Then the last time you and Prince got into almost an altercation where Prince was bleeding, you said that Prince was talking to another girl and all up on another girl and everything, and it's so disrespectful because he got a girl. But if you think that Liz is a manipulator and no good, why do you care? So it seems like you lying. And I believe Prince and Bobby do have a relationship. They have a battered relationship, and basically Bobby is still holding the secret on Prince, and that's why Prince didn't do anything when Bobby threw that wig at Liz when they was at Amara's show, and he didn't do anything. But when Blue was talking mad shit to Liz, he got up and he wanted to fight, but Bobby actually threw a wig at his girlfriend. She caught it, luckily, but he didn't get out of pocket because he knew that he didn't want Bobby to allegedly, throw out what they going on. I think they got something going on, because there's no way anybody will put up with Bobby and his bullshit. No man is going to put up with Bobby and his bullshit. And then, then dealing with the rumors that people are speculating that he's gay and all this other stuff. And then Bobby's causing problems, sending, pictures and text messages of, Prince cheating and talking to other girls. A dude would quickly dump you in a heartbeat. He'll dump anybody. A dude would dump his mother and his sister if she was out there exposing him when he's cheating. Come on, don't make no sense. They got something going on, or they plan it to look like this for us to continue to watch. I was just like, oh. And then we see that Amara done dumped Shay. She ain't her friend. She's choosing JoJo over Shay. Of course, come on. Who thought she was gonna choose Shay? Nobody really chooses Shay. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So let's get into Amara. She's over there dancing, practicing. She invites Prince and she invites Shay so she can tell Shay that we're no longer friends. And she invited Prince to get some info. So basically they end up talking, and Prince and Amara basically are talking about how Bobby's dirty, how Bobby's low down, Bobby's shady, Bobby this, Bobby that. And then that's when Amara was like, let's talk about the situation with JoJo and all this other stuff. JoJo's shady. JoJo's chilling with Prince. JoJo's chilling with Bobby at the VMAs. And then Bobby calls me a bitch and says I'm a shady bitch and whatever, blase and a third. And he's dissing me, talking about that I want to be him and all this other stuff. No, he wants to be me. That's what Amara is telling, Prince that. And Prince was like, yeah, but, JoJo's kind of messy, because I knew JoJo for 10 years and she went back and told Bobby that I was talking bad about her, or I was using her. I was using Bobby for friendship to get into places, to go places or whatever. So basically, they're both talking, and then here comes Shay, and Shay was like, oh, that's what you saying, Prince? Yeah, she is shady. My mother doesn't realize that JoJo is shady and shit like that. And then, Amara was like, yo, listen, you disrespectful, you this, you that. And, Shay was like, diaper, booty, plastic, this and that, and all this other stuff. Well, I think Amara's trying to show that she's a true friend and a real friend, because she considers, JoJo more of a friend to her than she does Shay. So she's dissing Shay to show her loyalty, and she expects JoJo to do the same, but JoJo ain't gonna do the same. JoJo don't have to be like you, Amara. And even though, Amara did throw a nice point in there to, to JoJo when they was talking at her concert that, hey, listen, you said that you was not going to be around people that talk shit about your friend or whatever, and that's how you got into the beef with Young Hollywood, Veronica Vega, Steph LaCour, and all that other shit like that, because they was talking about me, and you stood up for me and you walked out. But now you see Bobby shitting on me and talking about me, you ain't saying nothing, because she's tired of beefing, she's tired of like whatever, she likes Bobby more, she wants to be around Bobby more, she connects with Bobby more, so you just gotta let it go, you gotta let it be. And it's like, JoJo could be friends with Bobby and Amara, but the problem is when one person's talking mad shit and is getting around, especially on social media, then they get back to you, and then now you chilling with JoJo, but she's chilling with somebody that's talking shit about you. It makes you look bad, and then on top of that, it can affect your money and your reputation. So then you got to think twice whether, JoJo, you got to choose. And so that's why Amara is trying to make JoJo choose. Trying to make JoJo choose whether is he gonna be friends with Bobby, she gonna be friends with Bobby, or she gonna be friends with me. And that's messed up when you have to choose. But in this case, you're gonna have to choose because Bobby is talking mad crap and Bobby's posting mad crap, and they're going back and forth or whatever. So it is what it is. But it seems like Amara's a little bit too clingy. She's just very, very clingy. She clings, she's just so tight, and she thinks everybody should abide by the rules that she was raised with. And I understand where Mata's coming from, but everybody ain't raised from the same cloth that you raised from. Everybody don't do what you do, girl. So sometimes you got to pick and choose who you want to be friends with. And when you pick and choose to be friends with JoJo, it was because of some shady shit, she had your back. But then you have to look at the whole situation, how you guys became friends, and think about, what did JoJo do anything shady in the midst of that? And I believe she did, but I can't remember. So we have that situation. So basically Amara is saying goodbye, but Bobby is talking shit about everybody, and Bobby went back and told JoJo what Prince said. Oh no, Bobby was talking to JoJo, and JoJo was giving her feelings about how she feel about Prince because of the information she was getting from Bobby. And so she gave her opinion on it, and it was a negative opinion. And Bobby went back and told Prince, and now Prince and JoJo are not really cool, and they almost got into it, and it was a bad situation because Bobby can't keep his mouth closed. If somebody's giving you advice, it's secret advice, it's private advice. They're not expecting you to share it. And then JoJo doesn't have to emphasize to Bobby that Amara really don't like him or whatever, but he knows that. Everybody knows it's not a big secret. Amara said it wasn't a big secret that she doesn't like Bobby and she thinks Bobby's messy. But whatever conversation that JoJo and Amara has, it should never go back to Bobby. So to me, in this situation, I believe Bobby and JoJo are the messy ones, and Amara's messy for actually trying to lock somebody down to be her friend, and she's messy. I think she's messy for that, and I think she's messy for talking about Bobby to, JoJo, when she knows JoJo is actually friends with Bobby, even though she feels like she has a bond with Bobby, but she should know that she's putting JoJo in an odd situation too. And Bobby's just messy, point blank, period. And then JoJo was also talking shit about Tip, and then they had to calm that situation or whatever. But the common denominator is Bobby running his mouth and talking about people and everybody, how he feels and his feelings about them. And then once they respond, he goes back and tell the people. So Bobby is a shit starter, and JoJo loves the shit starting, and she's cool with it, and she's down with that bullshit. So it is what it is with that situation. I'm just like, whoa, whatever. And so moving on from that, I was just like, hey. And so we find out that Pleasure P, he done let the guys know, he done let Spectacular and he done let Baby Blue know that he might not be coming back to do any shows because he had to talk with his papa, and his papa told him he can do his show on a road by himself. He's a brand new band by himself, and he don't need them. And so basically Blue is trying to keep the group together, whether they have Pleasure P or not. They did that before. They had a lead singer that was okay, but I think some rumors came out about the new lead singer that they had, because Jodeci and Pretty Ricky did a concert, and they did a song together and a video together or whatever, but the lead singer wasn't Pleasure P at the time, it was somebody else. So anyways, moving on from that situation, he wasn't that great. So we find out that Spectacular is having a birthday party for his oldest son. His son is 13 years old, and basically he's thinking his father and Slick'em's gonna come, but they don't show up. That's really disappointing, where Spectacular thinking he's reaching a good relationship with his father, and the father don't show up to his grandson's son's birthday party. It's probably his first grandchild. And I think that was pretty shady. Pretty much showed you that his father wasn't actually being legit when he was talking to Spectacular, but Spectacular was actually being legit and really wanted some closure and for things to change. So Baby Blue is trying to keep the group together. Spectacular was like, I don't know, if we don't have Pleasure P, let me think about it, because Spectacular was like, I'm gonna get back to do what I gotta do. And Spectacular and Blue, when they went shopping for the best man outfit, let me tell you, Baby Blue can dress his ass off. That all black with that gold squared flashing color gold tie, it looked good. Baby Blue be dressing nice, and he was actually the best dressed at the last reunion. And P was next when it come in the male department. Everybody else is kind of like dressed like hip hop, except for I can't think of his name, Albert, or what's his name, that was formerly of Trina's assistant, Alden. His outfit was a mess. So moving on from that, so basically Shay was like, well, you're going to have to figure it out on your own how the shit's going to go down. Everyone's telling you that JoJo's shady, then whatever it is. And then on top of that, JoJo knows that it's causing you some problem, it's causing you some harm. Her friendship with Bobby, she has to realize who she wants to pick as a friend. And basically it seems like she's more cool and, Bobby's more of her lane, you know what I mean? That's what it seems like. She likes the messiness. She's always in mess. She's always in drama. She's always having some shit go on or whatever. Now she's trying to blame Amara for, voodoo or whatever. But you chose to testify against your father. That's why you're poor. That's why you're broke. And that's why your father cut you off and he ain't giving you no more money, because he probably would have set you up in a better store situation, gave you better funding, and basically promoted you a lot more and did a lot more advertising for you, which costs money, and get some high profile people into your store taking pictures and pass the word around in Miami, because you said your father's big shot. So you chose your mother, you testified against your father, he cut you off. That's not voodoo. You chose to go with Pleasure P, knowing that he had a bad reputation, how he did Shay, how he did the other girl that was on the show, and you chose to date him or try to build a relationship with him. That's on you. And then on top of that, not if you think that you was gonna get rich quick off your first grand opening, it was gonna take some time, because there's a lot of big names out here. And Angel Brick, she's from Basketball Wives. The reason why she gets so much promotion and people do business with her, other than other than some people from Basketball Wives that basically don't like her business. But anyways, she's a nice person. And basically she's in Hollywood, and she's in the mix. You're not really in the mix. You're running around with Bobby. You're not really running around with, ballers, shot callers, people with, high profile, where they can say, go to her store, she got the best. You're running around with Bobby. What do you expect? So we have that situation. So that, I don't think it's voodoo. I just think that it is what it is. And you're depressed because you don't got no money, you don't got no man, and you don't have your father in your life, and then you're struggling, and you didn't have to do this before because your father wanted you to go to law school, or he wanted you to be a doctor, he's going to pay for it, and all that other stuff, and you chose, this route. And if you have to get all that plastic surgery done, there's some inner issues and some inner insecurities, which I don't think it has to do with Amara, but Amara could very, very well be doing voodoo on you. It could be a possibility. I don't think she's doing it. I think her mother's probably doing it to you. Her mother went and got the old aunties, went down the street and got grandma and mom. They got together and got some bones. Let me stop. So moving on from that situation. So we have all that. Then we have Trick Daddy basically talking about, he's not really going to do a song or feature with Chaotic, because Chaotic asked Joy out on a date, which was kind of messed up. But Chaotic has a wayward penis. Chaotic want to dip it. He want his penis to stay wet, because he tried to get with Joy. He tried to get with Amara. Now he's trying to get with, Veronica Vega. Anybody that's open for business and somewhat attractive, Chaotic is on the mission. So anyways, that's Gunplay and Trick Daddy are talking or whatever, and so he was like, yeah, but you know what, if he wants a feature from me, he's gonna have to do some things. So they go to the beach, and basically they jump in the water and get some fresh lobsters. They don't gotta pay for it, it's free. They cook it on the grill in the park. That's what you talking about. You go buy a lobster, you go to the store right now and get a lobster, $29.99 for one. $25 a pound. Well, I think it's like $10 a pound or whatever. So anyway, so you have that shit going on. And they just went there and they caught them some seafood and they was eating. Young Hollywood was there, gunplay, chaotic, Trick Daddy. And so basically now they're going to come together and have a cook-off. Old school against new school. Really not interested in it, but whatever. It's a part of the show that ain't with drama. And so they're going to have a cook-off or whatever. So you got Young Hollywood, you got chaotic. They go give Veronica Vega, want her to be a part of the plan. They want her to wear a miniskirt. They want her to be sexy and be the announcer. She don't want to do it. She ain't feeling it or whatever. So Blase and the third, it is what it is with Veronica Vega. She's not my cup of tea, but she's here. And so I guess she kind of agrees to do it or whatever. Then we got Trick Daddy. He's out with gunplay and he with Michelle Pooch. They know each other from back in the day. He confesses his love and his romance from Amara, and she needs an older man, Pooch. Michelle Pooch thinks that, it's a good thing. Gunplay was like, nah, I said hello to, Amara, and I broke up with my girlfriend. So basically, there's a little bit more going on between Gunplay and actually Amara or whatever was in the DMs. But you know what? Gunplay is trying to stay far away from anything that says Amara's name or anything because it brings tragic. It'd be crazy if Amara was really like, surfing and turfing, like Gunplay and everybody else's boyfriend. Then they're talking about that Amara is up and JoJo's ex-boyfriend DMs or whatever. I see Amara is playing dirty. She want to get you where it hurts. If she wants your man, she says she could take him, he can have him. Because once she turn around, you see this boom, boom, boom. That's part of her song. I don't know the lyrics. I'm not trying to learn the lyrics because it ain't some shit I'm going to listen to. Because I don't want no other girl's man. I'm good. I got my own. I want my own. What do I look like fishing and chasing somebody else's man down? People be on that bullshit and I ain't going to make no song about it. But if I can get paid, I might make a song. So we have that situation. So it is what it is. We got Trick Daddy Gunplay on the podcast. They talk about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, that it wasn't disrespecting the military or whatever. He did it out of, the injustice and social racism. And it was the First Amendment or whatever rights to, kneel and Blase and the third. Colin Kaepernick lost a lot. And people are trying to come at him trying to say that he's a seller because he got Nike. That's not true. He had to do what he had to do. How long were people going to follow him and stay behind him? He only had one riot, not really even a riot, like one little protest. And basically, he's been spending money and money and money for attorneys and things like that. And plus all the money he has gave away. It doesn't seem like he's an community organization and programs. And then on top of that, it was like, you know what? If anybody ever been to court or have any court case, when you're dealing with something that's civil and shit like this, it goes a long, it's always a continuance. So he probably was like, let me take this, get this deal, get that deal, move on, cut my losses. Because the NBA, he did what he's supposed to do. At least he's not going to go down as a coon. He's going to go down as a hero. Even though they taken in Wisconsin, they took him out of celebrating him for Black History Month because he was voted in. None of Republicans in Wisconsin took him out. So anyways, it is what it is with that situation. More power to the people all day, every day. Stay woke. Colin Kaepernick is in the building and he had to do what he had to do with Nike, basically. So moving on from that situation. So we got the podcast. We got all that going on. And Chaotic is basically trying to get his shit together. And he realized he made a mistake trying to ask Joy out, especially if he wants a feature from, Trick Daddy. It is what it is. And so we get Amara. She's at her, concert or whatever. They're having a little, she's on stage. She's dancing. She brings Prince on stage. She invites everybody. And she got Prince on stage. Basically, Bobby feels a certain type of way about it. And also JoJo's looking at Prince like, And Liz is there. And Prince is there with Liz. And you have Amara is there. Then you have Bobby comes through, and basically JoJo and Amada's having a conversation, and basically, Amada's just like, yo, so you're gonna let Bobby talk shit about me and diss me in an interview and all the other stuff on social media. I'm tired of it, all the stuff. And then, JoJo was like, well, listen, we ain't on social media right now, so let's talk right now. Let's talk what's up. And she was like, yo, why, and you got JoJo talking about like, I don't supposed to stick up for you and defend you. You're supposed to fight your own battle. Just because Bobby's saying something about you, she's saying this in confessionals. Why do I have to jump in? And you're right, you don't have to jump in, but that's what where your loyalty comes in. And that's where you're in a situation where you got to choose. When you got one person dogging the shit out of your friend, publicly embarrassing her too as well, then you got your friend, saying what she got to say too as well. At that time and point, you can't be cautious and try to stay neutral in the situation, because they ain't trying to let you. And if you're trying to be neutral, the other one's gonna think you're talking, because you co-signing what the other one's saying, because they're publicly dissing you. So it is what it is with that situation. And so, Amara was like, yo, he's talking all this junk about me, and basically we became friends because you were defending me, this and that. So basically, they ain't really friends. And basically, JoJo was like, since, it is what it is. JoJo was like, I'm not choosing this. You can't tell me what I need to do and what I need to do in my life and how I'm going to do it. And then I'm having so much problems. And I know you put voodoo. She didn't say you put voodoo. I think she said you put voodoo on me. And then Amara's like, what are you talking about? And then Prince comes in, and Prince says, yeah, you put voodoo on her. You low down, you dirty, you all this other stuff. And basically, oh, Liz, why you here? Why you jumping in? Prince doesn't even want you with your plastic surgery. He don't really like you. He don't like none of that. And he don't really like you and all this other stuff. And then Liz is like, what are you talking about? You just want Prince. Prince is not gay. He's with me. And then, Prince is just standing there like, I just hope Bobby don't tell my secret. Bobby, please don't tell my secret. And his facial expression, Bobby got on the afro wig, basically trying to diss Amara and make fun of her. It's so fucked up. It's so childish. This is like so childish and so kiddish. And the storyline is just like, he comes through with the wig, and Bobby is being extra. He was like, extra, read all about it. I'm extra. He threw his wig. Amara tried to throw a glass, but security caught it, and he threw his wig, and it almost hit Liz, but she caught it. And Prince didn't do nothing. He didn't say nothing. Prince realized that he couldn't get over security. You know what I mean? But he didn't even tell Bobby to chill out or relax. He let Bobby say all that shit he said about Liz, and basically call Amara fake and this and that, that she's this, she's nothing. Basically, Prince was quiet. Prince didn't want his shit to get blown up in his face. That's what it is. That's what that's all about. I was just like, damn, that's how we gonna do it? That's how we gonna do it. When he came in there with that afro wig, I was like, you a damn fool. You damn wrong for that. But Bobby even did Trina wrong. He signed a deal and didn't even give her the heads up. So Bobby has a shady past, and he's shown shady characteristics and shady behaviors where he's all about him. And JoJo was like, yo, we want to stay on the show. We need to hook up. We need to do, these people ain't bringing it. I'm trying to bring it. And he's being extra. He was like, extra, read all about it. And basically Bobby was going, and Bobby was smoking some shit. Bobby was high as a motherfucking kite. You can't tell me he wasn't high as a kite. And JoJo was drunk and high as a kite too as well. I don't know what JoJo be talking about. And Bobby's like, you did voodoo. Yes, you did. Amara's like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? And then Amara is making fun of Bobby and him being all extra. Liz jumping, and he throws that wig. He didn't throw it. It looked like the way the camera, the way they took it, it looked like he threw it at Liz. Why is he more upset with Liz? I thought he liked Liz. He was sending Liz all the info on Prince cheating and doing this and doing that. What kind of shit is that? So anyways, I was like, it's some bullshit. Bobby and Prince got something going on. And I think it's competition for the show between Bobby and Amara. Amara's like the star of the show, and Bobby's trying to get up there. And JoJo's trying to be right next to Bobby because I guess JoJo felt like Bobby's more entertaining, more popular, and he's more popping. Because if I had to choose, I would choose Amara. I'd be on Amara's side. Like, yo, we rolling. Like, you more popping, especially if you're trying to get something going. You want somebody to represent or somebody to promote your clothing. No one's going to listen to you if you got Bobby doing your promotions. Like, so what's real? So she's really down with Bobby. She likes Bobby. She likes all the drama that comes with Bobby. She likes all the chaotic and all that. So that's why when you are surround yourself with chaotic and all types of angry, mad, sneaky, malicious behavior, you're going to have some of that shit in your life. That's why I don't think it's voodoo, but it very well could be. So we have that situation, and then we get to the cookout or whatever. It's a damn shame. Hollywood and what's his name, Chaotic, is cooking on them park grills. When the last time you cooked at a park grill? I don't know. I can't, I think I was like 14 or 15 when me and my friends, we snuck off to the park and had a cookout, and we used the park grill. I don't even think we used the park grill. I think we bought a grill from the dollar store back when I was like 14, 15. So anyways, we have that situation. They're using a park grill. Everybody's there. Everybody shows up except for Amara. Basically, you got Young Hollywood, you got Liz, you got Veronica Vega, you got Tip, you got JoJo, you got Trick, you got Gunplay, you have I said Hollywood already. You got Chaotic, you got Shay. Shay comes through and she lets Chaotic and Hollywood know that she got into it. Amara, her and Amara ain't cool. You see Young Hollywood, his mouth is closed. He ain't saying shit. He was like, word? And she was like, I got into it with Bobby too as well. So basically, she's just telling it what's going on. And it was like, well, Liz was like, well, it went down the other night. Prince was like, it went down the other night at Amada's concert. Amada and, Bobby and JoJo got into it. And it was crazy. And so it is what it is. And so Shay was like, see, I told her that wasn't her friend. That's what she gets. And then you have Bobby goes to sit down with Prince. Tip brings them together. And basically, they just have a relationship. Like, they kind of, when Bobby said he need closure, they have a relationship going on. Whatever the bullshit that they said between each other, Bobby talking about, I'm sorry. Like, it's not like I'm trying to be your friend. I'm just trying to get closure. Closure from what? A relationship. They got something going on. Bobby really is feeling Prince, and Prince don't know what to do. He's just like, damn, I picked the wrong one. And he was like, I might have to come out to the world one day. I don't know. Or if they didn't have sex or a relationship, it got really, really close. They might have got touchy-feely, but didn't go all the way. They might have even kissed or touched each other. So anyways, they make up. So Bobby was like, so since me and Prince kind of like cool, let me make JoJo and, Veronica, cool, whatever. So they tried to go meet, and Veronica's already, on one talking about, well, if you want a friendship or whatever, let's get to a boxing match or whoever. And then if you win, I'll be your friend. If I win, I don't have to be your friend. And JoJo was like, what, you think I'm trying to be your friend? Well, Vega was like, well, you came over here. And then Vega's talking shit or whatever. And then that's when, what's her name? JoJo was like, oh, you're a racist. What are you talking about? You want to fight? Then let's fight right now. Let's get this. Let's do this. Let's fight right now. What's up? And then Veronica Vega was able to throw water into her face because she kept calling, JoJo, water girl. You wanted the water because, JoJo got Veronica Vega with that water. She soaked her up. She soaked that. You know what? So they're trying. So security gets in the midst, so we don't see what happens or whatever. They show like Chaotic and Gunface faces, like they saw some friction or some fighting or some hair pulling, but I didn't see shit. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is what it is. And so they're basically holding them back. You got Chaotic talking about, I think Veronica can do this. Now Veronica don't even believe herself in music. She don't believe in herself at all, but she does ride a bike for miles and miles. But only thing JoJo has to do is sit on her, and it's a wrap. And then JoJo is calling Veronica Vega plastic and all this other stuff. It went down. And then we have Trick Daddy shows up in a cook truck talking about he got pots. It seems like Trick Daddy is actually moving towards having his cooking show. He's probably trying to get syndicated. He's probably trying to get somebody to pick up his food where he can do a cooking show, a cooking special, and actually get paid and be monetized for it. And maybe be on a syndicated show, maybe have a cookbook, maybe have a podcast talking about cooking. So that seems like that's where Trick Daddy's trying to go. He ain't trying to do music no more. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. We doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. Peace. Peep Squad is in the building all day, every day. We going to the top, baby. Let's do this. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share the video.